Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Dustin Innocent coming at you with, I believe, lesson 41, maybe 42, I'm not sure. I'll title it appropriately, but the reason I decided to do another one of these videos, I was actually considering stopping this series, but the last video I did got like 80 something views, which is a lot for me. So here we go again. Now I'm parked not at an angle per se. There we go. The vehicle is at kind of like an angle like this, where it's this is flat. It's like that. Not by much. Now, regardless, if I'm at an angle like this or like this, parked, then the parking brake goes up, the vehicle goes in first gear. If I'm at an angle like this, in any way, parking brake goes up and it goes into reverse. I don't use the transmission as a kickstand. You can do that. I do not. I use the parking brake and the transmission to park. In order to start this, you have to push the clutch pedal in and turn the key. Before I let off the clutch pedal, though, it's in first gear because I was parked. I put it in first gear to prove this. Before I let off the clutch pedal, I have to put this in neutral, because otherwise that happens. Even if the parking brake was down. Let me show you. Even if the parking brake is down, if I just let off the clutch pedal without taking it out of first gear, if you take your foot off the clutch pedal slow enough, yes, we'll take off. If you just let off the clutch pedal, though, that happens. So I'll put it in neutral, which is like that, before I'm going to drive out of a parking spot now. So I'll turn the tires on, make sure that nobody's coming. Give it a little bit of gas while slowly letting off the clutch pedal. And off we go. Second, third. Anytime I want to shift gears or put the vehicle in neutral or what have you, or put it in reverse, I push the clutch pedal in. I have seen videos where people do not do that. They don't use the clutch pedal. I'm never going to try that. I'm never going to recommend that. You have a clutch pedal for a reason. I put it in neutral there so I can hit the brake because I'm hitting an intersection. Second, third. Notice I'm taking off from first gear. Some people say you have to shift so quickly out of first gear into second gear. When you take off, you might as well just take off from second gear. Yes, I've tried that before myself for YouTube content and just to try it. I will not recommend that. I recommend you use all the gears, because you use first gear because you have a first gear for a reason. If you didn't need a first gear, they wouldn't put it in the darn vehicle. Third. Now, that being said, yes, I have skipped gears before. Not very often, but some. I've done it for video content. I've also done it while I'm just driving. However, that may seem hypocritical to some people. Like, well, you just said use all the gears. Use first gear to take off, use all the gears when you're driving. Yes, I know what I said. However, there are some times when you can skip gears in a manual vehicle. If you do it right, you don't, it's not bad. I don't recommend doing it all the time. I don't recommend going from first to third to fifth. The two ways I may skip gears if I do it all, or I go from first to second to third to fifth, or first to second to fourth to fifth. Those are the only two ways I skip gears, and I don't do it very often. Fifth. And I was going to cover this now. This is a 2.3 liter, 4-cylinder, 5-speed vehicle. 0 to 10 miles an hour is first gear, 10 to 20 is second gear, 20 to 30 is third gear, 30 to 40 is fourth gear, and anything above 40 miles an hour is fifth gear. However, I have a friend of mine that has a 6-speed, 2.0 liter vehicle. He's already in fifth gear or sixth gear by the time he hits 50 miles an hour. A while back, I test drove a V8 Dodge Challenger, I believe it was, and it was a 5-speed. Now the different speeds and the different gears were different because that was a bigger engine, much bigger engine. That's where you have to watch your RPMs. People say you should shift to 2,000. People say you should shift to 2,500, and some people say you need to wait until you hit as high as 3,000 RPMs to shift. I go all over that. I shift no lower than 2,000 and no higher than 3,000. However, when I'm in 5th gear on the interstate doing 70 mile an hour, I'm above 3,000 RPMs. You know, I can't shift any higher than 5th gear. I just have to deal with it. Also, if you decide to skip gears, then which I'm not going to do in this video, but if I have done it in previous videos though, if you decide to skip gears, your RPMs go a little bit higher. That's okay. If you learn how to drive a stick shift well enough, you can do certain things. Just, I don't recommend doing them very often. I never recommend taking off from 2nd gear regularly. However, you know, depending on the situation, I have recommended skipping gears if need be. There's been times when I've been trying to pull out into a road where the speed limit, people are doing like 50 mile an hour, and downshifting there to slow down. People are doing like 50 mile an hour, and I want to get out, so I pull out in 1st gear, go to 2nd gear, and then I will speed up all the way to 30 miles an hour, 30 to 32 miles an hour, and shift directly into 4th gear. That way I don't have any, or, you know, if I'm hitting the interstate and I'm doing 30 mile an hour on the ramp, that to get, you know, when I change lanes, because people are doing 70 mile an hour, if I'm in 3rd gear, then I will speed up all the way to 40 miles an hour and shift, or 40 plus, and shift directly into 5th gear from 3rd gear. It all depends. I don't do that very often, just like I don't downshift very often, but I do prefer to slow down and or stop that way. I'm not going to get into that in this video though, because I didn't want this video to be real long. Just wanted to cover some of the basics and make another video on how to drive a stick shift. This very well may be my 2,100th video. I haven't decided yet. I'm making it in the morning hours today. And I don't know if I'm going to upload it right after making it or if I'm going to wait. Well, that is going to do it for this particular lesson. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Stay safe. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll talk to everyone very soon.